Like a little bit of a ranty rant. Joker, comparing it to my life, and just kind of a fun, weird perception. Potentially explaining, I guess my loser class psychology to some extent. I don't really care either way. So, the belly girl. I remembered a bunch of shit when I was in middle school. This girl was hypnotizing me, taking me into the bathroom, and having sex with me. It was kind of funny because under hypnosis, I wouldn't enter the girls' room, so she had to go into the boys' room. She later revealed to me I was what she called a not member of this church. And then she found out that I didn't have any real integrity. And we had an argument about this. Not an argument. I don't know what you call it when you're under the suggestive state. A conversation about how stupid integrity is. And I basically explained to her, I don't get attached to anything because it all can be taken away from you. So you just need to be ready to let it all go. Integrity does the opposite of that. It means committing to something knowing full well it's going to be stolen away from you anyways. No matter what. And I was just watching Batman, Arkham Origins. It's a playthrough of a video game. And it kind of dawned on me, because my brother's always referred to me as well, not always, but just Joker-fied, because when I was in middle school and high school, I had a strong sense of justice. This is the thing Elite Mummy got talked about. And he legitimately believed I needed to be in charge because I had a strong sense of justice. I had a strong sense of right and wrong. I'm not really gonna dwell on any of that shit because I guess justice without integrity is just kind of fucking stupid, and I kind of agree with that too. But I also don't give a shit because I don't have any power saying that. The Joker in Batman. Why is he funny on the outside? Because he hates himself on the inside. And I've always been more obsessed with getting laughs and having fun than actually dealing with my internal conflict of self-hatred. But I also don't think personally it really matters because now I just kind of live in a neutral, flat, emotional state. Thanks for the mercury poisoning, by the way, that's a side effect. So I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Kind of like I've been lobotomized or something. If I'm not feeling that, I'm feeling intense hatred because I don't have L-theanine in my system. And inaction and all that other shit. But I spoke to the belly girl on the subject of integrity because in this church, I guess, pseudo-integrity is the all-important only marker of a person. Is pseudo-integrity, which is why everything the blue-eyed guy to Stu and every time these people talk to you, everything's non-committal. It's this guy, this thing, this person, it's all sideways. Even talking to the president, everything is fucking sideways. Okay. And it's really annoying, but whatever. It makes sense if your whole thing is integrity. You don't want to accidentally commit to something. Say you're committed to something and then not be committed to that thing. You know. But to me, and even conversating with the belly girl in the suggestive state, integrity is a form of slavery. It is a self-imposed form of slavery. That's what makes it terrifying. But it also means responsibility. And I want to talk about responsibility in the short effect. When these people made me president of the church, you do this stupid fucking ritual where you go and meet white supremacist God and they give you the planet Earth. You literally get the deed to planet Earth. And instead of actually, and you're handed planet Earth, and I told Vajrapani to hold on to it, so he held on to it and turned his back to me. I just thought that was normal, and then the wives got really mad at me because I didn't take the planet, because the planet represents power. And what I saw was responsibility, and I said, fuck no. I'm not interested in that. Trust me, my parents cucked me with it my entire life. I do not want that in my life, ever. It's disgusting. It's terrifying. And I told the wives, it's fucking terrifying. I hate responsibility. And everybody always just cucks me with it and runs the fuck out the back door screaming they're the victims, and it's horrible, and I don't want anything to do with it. I don't. And I think about the Joker, and I guess it's just very hard to find in this world. The Joker in Batman, the reason he gets a following is he symbolizes a childlike response to the world. A kind of hilarious aggression. With deep-seated self-hatred, but not just self-hatred. That's not the important part of the Joker. You see, he can get a following. And this is the problem I have, is even when I was very, I guess, semi-charismatic, the Belly Girl called me charismatic. She said, you have a way of getting people to laugh. You have a way of getting people to trust you. How do you do that? And I was like, I'm just a genuine person. I wear everything on my sleeves. I was like, I don't bullshit. And I was like, and I think people notice that you don't bullshit when you don't bullshit. And anytime I was doing anything else, I just took it as a joke because everything was stupid. And I just thought everything was stupid. And that was me protecting myself from pressure. I took everything like a joke, because I couldn't handle the pressure of it being serious. If it was serious, it terrified me because I seize up under pressure. I don't give a fuck if anybody believes me or not, because this is the thing, is what happens when you ignore people's mental conditions. They're forced to deal with it on their own, and then what comes out is bleh. So, I explained that I thought integrity was stupid. I explained that I thought, like, basically the way everybody operated was stupid to her. And I told her there are more things to value in a person and whether or not they keep their word. And I explained my dad does this. He lies about everything. And I mean, he lies about everything. My mom did it a little bit when I was a kid, but my father did it all the fucking time. He lied about everything. And as a kid, it drove me absolutely insane, because 95% of the time, it's like, why are you even fucking lying right now? I can see you. And my brother and I still to this day get pissed at him when he fucking lies. Because I'll give you an idea. He was supposed to give me some money so I could go get some chelation therapy. Nope. He said he would do it. And then he said that, he would need my brother to go halves with me. And then he wrote me a check at the last minute. And then was like, they don't take checks? Sorry, son, can't help you. And it wasn't even for the full amount. It was for like $500, which wasn't even enough to go get chelation therapy. Because that is how he behaves. He's an asshole. And he thinks like an asshole. And he always thinks he's smarter when he's actually the stupidest person in the room. And everybody can see what he's up to, but for some reason he just does it anyways because he's retarded. He doesn't have the ability to actually see that everybody can see him. It's the equivalent of somebody shitting and pissing themselves right in front of you and it coming through the fabric of their pants and you can smell it and see it. And they're like, I didn't piss and shit myself. And you're just like, that's amazing, dude. Go the fuck away. But I don't know if that's related. I just kind of went on an ADHD rant there. My point about the Joker is me and him have a lot in common, because even when I was in middle school and high school, even with my idiot friend Taco, who was always like, I'm in charge, even though he just always did the stupid thing in every situation. And then he had to prove to himself he was in charge. And I guess maybe to some extent, because I remember Anal Eating Mummy God was trying to give me pointers on shit, and I was just kind of fucking ignoring him. But not just him. Other people have tried it before in the past, explaining to me the importance of integrity. And honestly, I guess to some extent, when I think about it, I'm an extremely selfish person. Because legitimately, as much as I hate myself, I am not willing to commit to anything because it absolutely fucking terrifies me. Beyond all reason. And I wonder if that's where pressure comes from, but I couldn't tell you if it did. And I know the fact that because I'm terrified of pressure, that I am also terrified of fucking doing anything because of pressure. Okay. And autistic people can't move under pressure. ADHD people can't move under pressure. People who have whatever this Mercury shit is they do to your ACC can't move under pressure. That is how they take your power from you. They fuck you up with this shit. That is what happens. You end up with a seizure every time you have to move under pressure. You just seize the fuck up. There's nothing smart about it. There isn't any breathing techniques to get through it. It's not that fucking thing. It just looks like that thing. If you didn't know any better and you saw somebody do it, they'd be like, oh, he's just having an aphobia. It's not an aphobia response. It's a neurological response. I don't give a fuck if anybody believes me about it. But it does make sense that I would be Joker-fied as a person, because I still have to find ways to get things done, and the way I found ways to get things done is to take everything like a joke. You can't hurt me, is the motto. Because I'm not going to let you hurt me. And I think about Blondie's dumbass and Stu's dumbass and Officer Fred. Just let me hurt you. And I guess that's the entire thing, like, down here, the insanity I was experiencing. Is, I mean, no ego in me, brother. You guys hurt me. Congratulations. And now I've given up. Good job. Doing all the work for that, by the way. You did wonderful. It just involved an entire fucking church and a bunch of assholes willing to poison me with everything under the sun, including fucking mercury. Thank you for that. I needed that in my life. But that also isn't the way to teach anybody a goddamn thing. Outside of hatred, by the way. But that was also part of the plan. But I think about it, when you look at my psychology, and you look at what Blondie tried to do, you want to talk about semi-Joker-fied Bobby? You want to fully Joker-fied Bobby? Make him give him what's that stupid idiot say? Jono, fucking, what the fuck did he say? A psychopathic amplifier or whatever the fuck he said. I don't give a fuck about the big terms, dude. And honestly, like, the stupid side of even the cinema guys is they're like, literally that shit, have some confidence. This is how you treat this condition. Wonderful. Okay, where's the guy that's gonna do it? Who's gonna treat me? Nobody. That's who. It's completely pointless to tell somebody, hey, you know what the treatment for obesity is? It's exercise and eating cleanly. How about that? Go tell that to a fat person, you cured them. This is what happens when you have nothing but stupid people around you, and they think they're helping when they're actually just fucking dumb. But I digress. In the thing, Joker falls in love with Batman because Joker basically goes falling to his death, and then Batman stops him from dying. And Joker's like, that means he loves me because he didn't want me dead, and I want me dead, so one of us has to love me. And he basically goes on about how it changes his entire world because somebody found an appreciation for the existence of the Joker, a guy that just causes misery for everybody, and then laughs because I guess his extreme nihilism. Life's absolutely pointless, so why not just do whatever the fuck you want, kid as many people as you want killed, and just fucking disobey. Whereas Batman is the exact antithesis of Joker. Whereas Joker's, I guess, I don't know what you'd say is inside of Joker, because what if the Joker's facade, maybe the Joker's a facade, or maybe the truth is I couldn't tell you. But Batman, on the other end, is completely integral. He keeps to his morals and values. He doesn't kill people, all that other shit. He's the exact opposite of fucking Joker, and yet the Joker is extremely jealous of him. But the Joker, cartoonishly, in the series, can amass a large amount of followers who I guess view the Joker as the same kind of logic. It's freedom. He's not telling you don't need to act with... He's not offering integrity. He's offering pure freedom from responsibility. You have no responsibilities if you're part of the Joker gang. You can kill, rape, murder, and do all the bad things you want, and you'll be totally free. Okay. And I think about this in regards to Batman, because if you think about this church and the integrity, Batman is the symbol of integrity, and he is completely fucking alone. He has nobody helping him, and when Robin does help him in the game, at least, he gets really fucking annoyed because Batman has trouble asking for help. He can't do it. Just like every church leader can't do it. The Joker, however, asks for help, receives it, gets other people killed, and then runs the fuck off. I guess maybe that's me. Maybe that's all I've ever done is fucking get other people killed and then run the fuck off. But once again, everybody's trying to murder me for no fucking reason. So, when I think about it in those terms, you shouldn't be trying to kill people to begin with. And I'm not saying every member of this church is Batman. Okay? They are the furthest things from Batman. Arguably, they have more in common with the Joker psychology. This is not a one-to-one fucking mix. Okay? Because Batman wouldn't ever kill and eat a woman's brains. He would never poison people with heavy metals. He wouldn't rape people or fucking assault them. Well, he would assault them. But he wouldn't do all the bad things everybody in this church does. That would never happen, because the Batman believes in justice. He takes you to court. He doesn't poison you with aluminum phosphide, adrenochrome, and any other nonsense you can fucking find under your kitchen fucking sink. Okay. Because Batman's not an asshole. Whereas the Joker totally would poison you with aluminum phosphide, adrenochrome, and do all the bad things and fucking run out the back door after you're dead. And then make up, or fucking, in the game, he kills 2 guys, and he's like, those were really bad men. Why do you care? Okay. And Batman gets mad. Because he doesn't believe in killing. Those are his morals. Those are his fucking values. Batman has value as a person because he has values. Whereas, I guess if you're a Joker kind of brain, which everybody in this church is, they're all Joker-fied, they have no value, so they have no value as a person. And I guess the Joker recognizes that. That's why he's so willing to get them killed, because they don't have values to begin with. And this kind of came up with the Belly Girl. When she had me under the hypnotic state, because she explained to me that she is a superior being, even though she's enslaved by the church, and they're going to kill her and eat her brains because she pissed off Ganon. Okay. And that's how life is. So, and I was under hypnosis when she explained this to me, and she was explaining to me that I wasn't a member of the church, I didn't have all these traits that the church told her were desirable, and then I asked her, do you think I am desirable? And then she was like, well, a lot of people like you, so I like you. And I was like, those aren't values. That's just going with the crowd. Do you actually like me? And she goes, you make me laugh. And she told me that happiness is something she can't find in the hopelessness she feels, because all that she thinks about is the day she's going to be killed and eaten by Ganon for pissing him off. When she was like a little kid, she hit him with a ball or something outside of church and said something to him, and he got offended like the bitch he is. And I don't know, we had this back and forth about it, and then she openly admitted, yes, because I was funny, because I had the ability to laugh in the face of real threats and danger, because I took everything like a joke. She thought I was amazing, because I showed her there was joy in dark places. And that is why she pursued me like she did, in the form she did. But that was all subconscious, Bob. That wasn't me, Bob. Like, I would argue that every woman in this church is conditioned to love a narcissist. Somebody that just is really good at getting attention of people and manipulating and lying. And they're conditioned to like all of these traits. And we got into a conversation when she had me in the suggestive state. And we had a big back and forth, keeping me at an advantage and high on drugs the entire time. This was not a real relationship, I mind you. I was a projection of something she wanted, and I was a projection of what I wanted. I wanted to be, I guess, a magnanimous knight type that rescued women. That is what I told her I wanted to be. I wanted to be that, but I never had it. And I guess what it is full circle, and it's probably come up a million times in these videos, is integrity. But I told her integrity is a fucking trap. But I don't know what you're supposed to do when you live in a world where everything just feels like a fucking trap. It feels like you get fucked or you get fucked, and that just kind of makes everything feel pointless, you know. She seemed to understand what I was talking about a lot better, and she seemed to prefer the Joker kind of psychology. When we talked, she preferred the kind of childlike freedom I was offering versus the you got a duty to duty. It is you offended the church leader when you were a little kid, and now we get to kill and eat your brains because you messed up when you were like 5. The same way those stupid fucking assholes with the big noses and stupid fucking hats. I pissed them off when I was like 2 at a Christmas festival, and they never fucking let it go. Okay. This is how retards think. And if you ever find yourself doing this to a child, congratulations, you're a child. But whatever. Yeah. This is just my rant about this subject. If you're a member of this church, you're not Batman. You're the furthest things from Batman you could ever fucking be, because Batman doesn't kill. You murder all the time because you're a fucking lead-brained addict. Nothing more. Don't pretend to be something else, and roll back the word integrity to obedience to the church, because that's what you have. You have obedience to the church. You have no internal integrity with yourself. Take it from the guy that has no real integrity of any type. Thank you.